Hi and welcome to the Play Android Game Review. I'm Daniel and today I have a co-player and it's Miri.
Hey guys!
Today we will be playing the arcade game Germs by Sally&Stang. It's a free game and as you can see we already started it. This is the main menu and there are a few things going on, like you can see the germs already, you can see the colors. Looks pretty colorful, like green and purple and pink germs floating around. They have all different shapes and sizes. And on the left side you have two buttons. The upper button is to disable the music. The lower button is to disable the game sounds. I think we should just go ahead and play. And the game presents us with two difficulty levels, easy and hard. And I think we are going to go with easy because we're beginners. So it's loading and you can see the germs already flying around. Okay, so the first time you start up the game, it will present you with this quick introduction. It tells you what to do and basically you have to swipe the germs according to color into these boxes on the side, which will kill them. So let's just go ahead and tap the screen. And there's another tip coming up and it tells you about the button in the right upper corner and it's a lightning button. Sometimes in the game it will get pretty messy and pretty distracting and a lot of germs coming on the screen, so you just tap the button and all of them will die simultaneously. So you get rid of them all at once. So let's just begin the game. Just tap again in the box and as you can see Miri is already sorting the germs to the corresponding boxes. And as you can see they just fizzle up, they just burn up. And you can disinfect basically with this. And the whole game is surrounded by something like an electric fence. This is the playing area. And you can see those pylons on the edges and, well, those two boxes. The game looks pretty dark, I think. The colors look pretty dark. In the menu it looks much more colorful than in the game, so it's kind of bleak actually, but maybe because it's germs and they're not very friendly things to play with. So it gets quite confusing as you can see, and we just lost a round because the germs start to blink at some point if you don't just eliminate them fast enough, and if they blink too long you will lose the round. And you will be presented with this screen, and as you can see there's your high score. That's your overall high score in the game. Because we just started, it's 50 right now, and our score for the last round, the first round, is 50 as well. So let's go ahead and play again. And as you can hear, there's just a bit sound going on, just a fizzling sound when the germs get eliminated, and there's this music playing in the background and it's on a loop and it is kind of nice, it's kind of happy music, but can get quite annoying after a while. Luckily, as I said before, we can just, well, turn it off in the menu. In terms of controls, as you can see the game is pretty easy to control. It's just one-touch controls. You can play it on a smartphone with your thumb or on a tablet with both fingers maybe, if you like. What we noticed is that you can't just fling the germs into the boxes, you have to guide them. You have to swipe all the way with the germ to the box. Otherwise it will just stop right in front of the box and you will not eliminate it. Another thing coming up is if you're choosing the wrong box to sort the germ into, the game will be lost also. You will lose the round, as you can see. And there are ads also. I think, yeah, the controls are pretty solid. Sometimes if it gets crowded, the game tends to get sluggish. It doesn't recognize all the input, and you really need to use the lightning button up on the right corner. And sadly, the lightning doesn't recharge. You only have one lightning per round, so you really need to think about when to use it. As you can see, as Miri is flinging or swiping the germs into the boxes, you have the score shown up at the edges. Right now it's much higher on the pink side, and yeah, so you have like a quick look at it and already know how far you're along in the game. But the final score will be added up and shown in the pause menu, because you can pause the game on the left button in the left corner right here, and you get the same screen again. Sally without high score, but yeah, let's just continue. And yeah, as you can see, the game's difficulty scales with time. So the longer you play, the more germs come into play, and the more hectic the whole game gets. And it's really easy to confuse the germs after some time, so you will make mistakes after a while. So our new high score is 87. That's pretty good, I think. And
thank you.
And I think we can go back to the main menu and let's try the hard mode. Okay, in the hard mode, it's loading right now. So as you can imagine, the hard mode is more difficult. We have 4 colors now to sort out, and it's pink, it's purple, it's orange and green, and there are different germs coming up, like those blobs, the green blobs and the pink blobs and those pear-shaped things. The orange and the purple ones are pretty confusing because they have the same shape, pretty much the same shape, so confusing them is pretty easy. As you can see, the hard mode just adds more color, but with this it adds more confusion. So as you saw, it's really easy to just confuse the things if you're in the zone and just sorting out things. Okay. The game itself is pretty original. We looked for other games like it on the Play Store. We looked for other games with germs on the Play Store, and there are, of course, other games with this theme, but none of them have this sorting mechanism going on. And there are, of course, other games with sorting mechanisms, but none of them had this like germ theme. So in terms of this, it's pretty unique. And there's no direct competition from anything. So the game, really sticks out a bit. What could be better is that there could be more content to it. Right now it's still pretty simple. There's just 2 modes to it. There's only one extra, like the lightning button, but there could be more extras, like different things floating around, power-ups, I don't know. But the concept as it is pretty unique, as I said before. Let's talk about replayability a bit, because why would you download a game if you don't want to play it anymore? The game, Germs as it is, I don't think it offers that much replayability because the game itself doesn't change much. There is a high score, but it's limited to the device you're playing it on. So there's no login to Google Play Games or any other way of comparing it to players all around the world. There are no achievements, for example, which is sad because this game offers the opportunity to build in some achievements. So it's maybe a bit too simple, maybe a bit too basic. There could be more stuff going on. But nonetheless, it's a really fun game. And it's free, of course. So you have to keep this in mind. The game doesn't cost you anything. So maybe you could just download it, and if you have friends around, ask them, hey, I have this great game. Let's play, let's compare, because this turns it into a social event maybe. So you can use your personal high scores to compare it with your friends. Well, nonetheless, a pretty solid game, fun game. Well, as I said, could offer more, but let's see how the developers will go with it in the future. This is all we're talking about right now. Well, I think we're done here with this game. If you want to read more about it, if you want to read an in-depth review of it, just head over to the Play Android site. You can find the link in the video description, as well as the download link to the Google Play Store. Yeah. Thank you for watching the video. I hope it was entertaining. I hope it was informative, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.